All right, here's another really good one from San Joaquin Valley Transparency about his son, Nate Skates. And this is really a good lesson on your rights when having to deal with probation. Now, you're going to see here that they dealt with a probation officer who said, your kid's got to come in and talk to me. They have to. And what that's all about, as a criminal defense attorney, there are cases sometimes when we might actually want our client to speak with probation, not about the case, not about the facts of the case, but about them personally, because it might help convince a judge or a prosecutor that the person they're dealing with is not a criminal and just somebody who got caught up in whatever. So, but that comes after a detailed conversation with the client, not a public defender going, go talk to probation right now. What the I don't know what that is. And when you hear about that part in this video, I mean, that's got to raise some eyebrows, because as a criminal defense attorney, there's no way I'm going to send any of my clients right over to probation to talk about anything, especially if we haven't thoroughly discussed it and made it a strategic move to go talk to probation first. It's your rights. Watch this video. It's great. San Joaquin, awesome. Nate Skates. Love you guys.
Someone peeked out and then I went back in. Welcome back to San Joaquin Valley Transparency, folks. We got an important video for you guys today. What you guys are watching is Kern County Probation coming to my house. This is the juvenile division. So what happened was my son was arrested. He was 17 years old, but now he's 18 years old. Having said that, my son is still going through the juvenile court process. Since the arrest, probation has been calling my house, demanding to speak to him. But because I do what I do, and I'm beginning to understand law a lot more than I would have if I would have never started this channel, I understand that if you're not on probation, you don't have to speak to a probation officer. It makes absolutely no sense, folks. So when Stacy Ramirez started calling our phones, she started demanding that Nathaniel has to speak to them. First and foremost, Nathaniel is now 18 years old. Some things are out of my hands. Some things I can't force him to do. Some things I would never even force him to do anyways. Having said that, Stacy Ramirez did not want to follow policy and give up her badge number when she called, so I decided to go to the probation office and ask some questions. So when Stacy calls my phone, she tells me that Nathaniel has to talk to her. And on the day that we went to court, Nathaniel's public defender gave Nathaniel a yellow paper. And on that yellow paper, it states that he has to go speak to probation. Folks, are we uncovering some corruption going on in Kern County at the Juvenile Probation Department? Are they making folks feel like they have to speak to probation? You guys are going to see in this video that I'm going to get to the bottom of all of it. I'm going to get some answers. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get Stacy Ramirez's badge number. Her supervisor gives it up. This video is extremely important because I want you guys to understand that government agencies and installations, they turn into a monster if they don't get regulated. If we don't hold them accountable, they'll violate your rights and they'll go have lunch together. It's upon you guys to start recording and asking questions. Demand that you speak to any and all public officials in public and record it and document it. You guys pay close attention to this video. I think you guys will learn something from it. And I'm going to put the conversation that I had with Stacy at the end, and we're going to get her badge number and post it as well, folks. Complaints will be filed. All right, here we go. What's up, guys? San Joaquin Valley Transparency. I'm here with JC Real Camera, San Joaquin Jr. at the Probation Department of the County of Kern. Oh, it's fucking locked. I needed to ask a question about a badge number for someone that works here. Alrighty. 84100. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I have a question. So this office is the probation department
Yes, for juveniles.
for juveniles. Okay. I thought, yeah, what's that building back there? I thought that was the probation office.
That's all our admin building.
It's annex building. What do you guys do over there?
There's other probation officers over there.
Okay. So it's the same department, just two different parts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
What was your name?
Joanna?
Joanna. Thank
Joanna,
you.
nice to meet you, Joanna.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we're just working on a story, that's all.
Okay.
So is this one 2005 Ridge Road?
Yes.
Is Jennifer Parkson?
I have to see. I'm not sure if she's in. I mean,
Okay.
Hi.
Hello. Right here.
Hi.
How are you?
So is your son here today?
No, he's at school.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in school, so I don't know how he's gonna come.
Okay. So, I mean, that's the purpose of the interview, is that I meet with him. Can we make an appointment for another day that you could bring him in?
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to ask. I just
Okay.
have some general questions.
Okay.
So basically, from my understanding is, I trying to figure out why he would actually have to talk to probation if he has not even been convicted yet.
Right, and you don't have to. That's perfectly fine. In order for me to make a recommendation to the court, we would have to talk so that I could, gather all the information, complete my investigation, and then I would make a recommendation. But no, I do not have to
Right.
provide anything to the court. If you're taking it to trial, then
Yeah,
that
you
would
see,
be fine.
that's the only question I had.
Okay.
And I'm so glad you answered that. Because the other lady that I spoke to, Stacy
Okay,
Ramirez, she was very rude,
Okay.
and she made it seem like he had to. And that if that's not so, that's not right.
okay,
And I did record the call, as I'm recording right now.
Sure.
I posted it on my YouTube channel.
okay.
I'm sure you guys got a lot of calls regarding that. She did put a privacy complaint, which she actually works.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to have him interviewed, that's perfectly
Actually, that has
fine.
nothing to do with me, because
Okay.
in reality, he's 18 now.
Right.
He makes his own decisions.
Right.
If some things are out of my hands.
So if he wants to, if he's taking it to trial
Right.
and you don't care that there's not a recommendation to the court, then we'll just let it proceed on November 1st.
So are you the supervisor here?
No.
Is there a supervisor that I can
Yeah.
speak to, please?
Would you like to speak?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much. You've been great, by the way.
So, what do they want to do? Talk to Macy's to try to offer him probation?
Make some kind of recommendation?
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't
he's
know.
doing- That's what he's doing there.
Yeah, but when they call you, like even the over there where we went to, our public defender, right? She told us and gave us a paper. Even the paper states that you must come here. If my public defender knows that we're gonna fight it, why does she still give us that paper that we have to come over here? That's misleading.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I just don't understand.
and they're extremely rude, man. When
They probably want to talk to Macy's to try to offer him probation. So,
Yeah.
and that's like pleading guilty,
you're right.
So, they want him to plead guilty so they can get
Right.
a probation deal. That's what it is.
Right.
So it's like how she said, if he doesn't want to talk to them,
He
he
doesn't
doesn't
have-
have to. So why did that lady on the phone say that he had to?
He had to, she said on the phone.
Like that made no sense.
Yes.
Quick question. To file a complaint against Stacy Ramirez that works here, do you guys have complaint forms here, or how would I go about filing a complaint?
One second, let me find out for you.
Hi, how you
How's it
doing?
going? I'm Officer Young, I'm a supervisor.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, me and my son both got arrested, doing something, but doing something, but we both don't believe we did anything wrong. I went to court, pled not guilty. He went to juvenile court, pled not guilty. But since the arrest, we've been getting phone calls, and I'll cut right to the chase.
Okay.
Stacy Ramirez, we called her back, we talked to her. She was very rude on the phone. She also didn't want to identify, which is part of the policy here. And I asked, basically she made it sound like he had to come in. And to me that was like, it's misleading. It's not right if, for instance, somebody's gonna fight the court case and they haven't been convicted.
Yeah, do you want to explain a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so when we have to write a court report, at some point we will have to do an interview with him. If you are, I know he's 18 now, so if he wants to wait until, like if he plans to take it to trial or whatever, he can wait to come in until after he's either found guilty or admits to a charge. But then we will need to get some information from him.
Is it customary for your officers to speak to the people in a misleading way to make them feel like they have to come in here? Because like, you know, you said, and the other lady that came in here, she was really nice by the way, said that, you know, if you're gonna fight the case, you don't have to come in here, right?
Well, yeah, and we always, you know, recommend if, you know, you're having issues with like, or questions regarding the court process, you can always talk to the attorney about it
Right.
and get their legal perspective on how to proceed with that.
Makes a lot of sense. As a matter of fact, I am gonna talk to her because she gave me a paper. You know the yellow paper I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about.
that's customary that we request parents come over after the first court hearing.
Like I said, that seems weird because even our public defender knows, she even said it. The report that the officer made to justify the arrest is bullshit. We're gonna fight it. She didn't even ask us.
Well, and
if we were gonna fight
that's your guys'
Right,
right,
right.
but and that's not our report,
Right,
it's
I
not
understand
generated by
that.
our department.
But the paper even says immediately report to the probation office, which.
And part of that is probably some of, we request school records and things like that, so it's helpful for us to have that information to get the school records to see how he's doing in school.
So is that customary for all minors then? If they get arrested, that you guys have to deal with them first?
If they're going through the court process, we would have to request some records, yes.
But if they haven't been convicted,
Or gone through the court process?
Yeah.
Again, it's just a requirement for our reports to the court. And again, if, like I said, if he wants to take it to trial or whatever, then that's fine, we can do that at a later time.
yeah. So that's, I mean, I want to clarify that.
Yeah,
Because I'm going to post this as well. And I do want, I'm doing it for educational purposes. I want everybody to know and understand how the law actually works. Because sometimes installations, they do things. And sometimes it does overstep the boundaries of people's constitutional rights. That's where we come in. That's where the people come in and make sure that things are operating accordingly and the way they should be. If there's any type of manipulation going on, that's how I feel like Stacy was speaking to me, like he had to come in, he hasn't even been convicted. If there's any of that stuff going on in this department, it completely has to stop.
And you have, as a citizen, you have a right to file a complaint.
I
and
do
you can
want,
do that
I
as
want to
well.
file a complaint against her, and you've been really nice, and the other lady's been out really nice. You know, I don't want to file a complaint against you guys, but I believe that Stacy deserves that complaint. For one, a complaint that she didn't want to identify, and I believe that she was being misleading, and she did say on the phone conversation that he had to come in here. The other lady just said that he doesn't have to. So it's very contradicting, it's not right.
So there's a couple ways we can get you a complaint, or we can, you can go online to our Kern County website.
Okay, I will actually take the paper complaint if that's okay.
No problem, yeah.
And what was your name again?
Amber Young?
Thank you so much for talking to me.
No problem.
Have one today.
You too.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
You bet. Wonderful.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
That folks is how it's done.
Is Frank Herrera in?
Let me see if he hasn't gone on his lunch.
Okay.
Okay, he said he'll come up shortly.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey David, how's it going?
Pretty good, how you doing, man?
Not bad. What can I do for you, sir?
Are you the supervisor here?
I am one of the supervisors.
supervisors.
My position is I'm the Director of Administrative Services.
Okay.
I deal with like the hiring portion of our department and stuff like that. What can I help you with,
Okay,
sir?
I'm not gonna waste your time with the whole rundown of what happened, you probably know some of it.
I know a little bit here and there. Okay.
When I spoke to Stacy Ramirez on the phone,
Okay.
she didn't want to identify. I would like to get her badge number.
You would like to get her badge
Yeah.
number? Okay, I can give that to you. I'm perfect. You're entitled to that.
I want to make a complaint, man.
Okay.
Everybody else has been professional. The woman that came out, the other supervisor that came out, perfect.
Appreciate it.
And I want to ask questions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay.
And in reality, Stacy, I think, was a little bit rude to me.
Okay.
And she didn't want to identify it, and I think she was being very misleading.
Okay.
Basically telling me that we had to come in,
Okay.
and I just think that's wrong. If
Okay.
you don't have to come in, don't make me think that I have to come in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
So, you're more than welcome to file a complaint if you need to. I don't know if anybody's helped you with that portion yet.
not really. She gave me she actually gave me the complaint form.
Okay.
It's kind of cold, but.
Yeah, no worries, man. Just, what you do is just take your time and go ahead and bring it back when you need to, okay? And then I'll have that information for you shortly, okay?
Thank you so much.
And David?
David, yeah.
Okay, thank you, David.
Frank?
Frank,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you. Thanks. Give me a second, okay?
In reality, guys, when I spoke to Stacy on the phone, I spoke to her just like I spoke to these folks, you know, with asking questions, trying to find out. She right away was like, "Can I ask you what's your badge number?" She said, "I'm gonna give that to you." And that's when I started getting a little irritated by her insubordinates. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute, it's part of your policy, first of all. Second of all, you know, does my son, she basically made it seem like my son has to. So don't be saying that my son has to come in if he doesn't.
Yeah, bro, you're messing with his head now.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what's the big deal of giving your badge number versus not giving it? What's
Right.
what she thinks gonna happen doesn't only do so much with it.
Yeah, it's public information, man.
Just like he said.
Right. Excuse me?
Yes.
I asked him for the badge number, but I know sometimes you guys have a badge number and identification number. If I can make sure that I get both of those.
Identification number?
Yeah, because you guys have an ID number too, right? Are you an officer or the receptionist?
Covered for the receptionist.
Okay, but you are an officer as well?
I work for juvenile hall, correction officer over there.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But, curious, I'm not sure about the
All right, perfect.
identification number.
I know you guys have
Here you go, sir.
You guys have a badge number and identification number, right?
No, it's only badge.
Only badge numbers?
Yeah.
All right, cool, man.
So that's how we identify each other over here.
I appreciate you, man. You're very respectful, very important.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, guys. Take
All right,
care.
have a good day, man. Thank you.
Have a good lunch, guys.
Thank you. Hey, what do you recommend?
What was that?
What do you recommend for lunch?
To any taco place around here.
Taco place?
Exactly.
All right, man. Have a good
Take
one.
care, guys.
You too. Hey, it was cool, huh? Hey, big ups to Frank Herrera and the other supervisor. The other supervisor, I kind of forced it out of her by letting her know that we don't have to come in here, right? And she basically said it like, no, I guess not. I mean, shit. You guys seen it. Shit, man. What can I say, guys? I got questions answered today, guys, for you. Actually, for my son as well and for myself. But that's how we're supposed to do it, guys. When we get in there, we have questions, we don't know what's going on. Document that shit. Record it. Ask them questions, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Ask them questions and make them answer. File complaints if they don't do it right. We're going to file some complaints today, folks. We're going to really do that shit. I'm not going to let Stacy get away with what she thinks she's getting away with. So that she could do it to somebody else. Not today, buddy. I'll give it another 30. They know we're here.
He didn't answer the ring.
Somebody peeked out and just went back in.
Okay, probation, man.
Hi, I'm returning a phone call that I received regarding my son.
Oh, hi. Is this David?
Yeah,
Oh, hi, David. How are you?
good.
I'm just calling. I was also going to ask for your contact, just to notify you. I notified Mom about court on in the morning. And it's just kind of process that we call and we let you guys know that it's when the court is, that's all. So I was just going to notify you, and then I wanted to speak to Nathaniel just to let him know that it's on the 14th as well.
You want to speak to Nathaniel?
Yes,
Why would you want to speak to Nathaniel?
because it's his case, and we just notify them that they have to go to court.
Do you guys know that Nathaniel's 18 now?
Yes, I know that.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go through the process first, through the court.
Yeah, this is so when let me explain to you real quick. When case is assigned, they go through probation. So I'm going to be the probation officer only while he's going through court. If the judge decides that he does need probation services, then he's going to be assigned a supervising officer. But we wouldn't know that until he finishes the court process.
Yeah, so I don't understand why he would need to speak to a probation officer if he's not on probation.
Because I have his file. So it's me I'm the one that reports to the
And what
court.
was your name?
Stacy Ramirez.
Stacy Ramirez. Do you have a badge number? Or ID number?
Why would you need that?
Because it's part of your policy.
No, it's not part of my policy.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. So
Yes,
am
it
I
is.
going to be able to?
It is part of your policy, and I'm requesting it right now.
Okay, I'm not going to give it to you.
And what makes you think that Nathaniel would talk to you?
Because I'm going to notify him about his court.
What makes you think that I can't notify my own son?
It's just a process, sir. You can.
That's not law. That's not law,
so you
man.
refuse to? Do you refuse to?
Are you refusing to give me your badge number?
I'm not going to argue with you. We're not going to get nowhere to arguing with you. So I just want to notify him. If you don't want me to talk to him, just tell me that so I can go ahead and hang up.
Did I say that?
Okay, can I speak to him?
He's not here.
Okay, so just have him call my number. Your wife does have my phone number. Have him call my line whenever
Does
you
he
get a hold
have
of
to?
him.
Is this required by policy that he has to?
Yes.
He has to talk to you?
Yeah. And you can refuse to do so, and the public defender, you can go ahead and let the public defender that you don't want to, and that would be fine. He would just notify the court that you don't.
Wait. What if I say yes? What if he says no?
I'm just going to notify him about his date.
Just stipulate.
That is it.
You can't just put down and stipulate what you want. That's not how it works.
Okay, David.
I will hold you
have a
accountable
nice
as
day.
well.
Thank
I
you.
will hold you accountable. Yeah. Don't. All right, guys, this just happened a few minutes ago. Our investigation team is on it. This is what we found so far. Join us in welcoming Deputy Probation Officer Stacy Ramirez as a newly appointed officer assigned to juvenile court investigations. Stacy was employed by the Kern County Sheriff's Office as a detentions deputy prior to accepting employment with probation. As a college student, Stacy changed her goal of becoming a police officer and began working toward a career in probation. She researched each job's duties and roles within the community and set her sights on probation. The Kern County Probation Department has been fortunate to gain Stacy as an officer. She has been assigned to one of the most challenging areas of the department and has shown initiative, passion for helping people, and adaptability during her brief employment. Congratulations, good luck, and welcome to the team. Well, they make it seem like she set her standards high. Folks, these are the people that we employ. They don't know our rights. They're only there to violate them. And the sad part is, folks, people don't know their rights. But with this video, I want to tell everyone here in Kern County, in the San Joaquin Valley, if you're on probation, record your interactions. Call them out to the lobby and speak to them out there. Record every phone call, record everything. Hold them accountable, make complaints, and don't let them trample all over your rights. With that being said, I put Stacy's direct line phone number in there. You guys already know what to do. I don't take kindly to folks trying to violate my rights. Nathaniel is now 18 years old. So with that being said, some things are out of my hands. And with this video, you guys go subscribe to Nate Skates 182. Go show support for someone who's been fighting for your rights for a long time. He's now a young man, and you guys go congratulate him over there on his channel. I'll see you guys over.